Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Renee Summerauer. Let's get right to our top stories, sponsored by Carnegie Heights. A grim anniversary today. It was a year ago that the first case of COVID-19 was confirmed in Nevada. Since then, the virus has claimed more than 5,000 lives in the state. But thankfully, the man who became patient zero is still here and telling his story. RONALD PIPKINS spent a month in a coma before making a stunning recovery. The former Marine said he would be dead now if he had waited to go to the hospital.
I was supposed to be at work at 7:30. I didn't get there till 9. I don't even recall going to work. But my friend said, I spoke to you in the break room and you look so sick, I told you to go to the emergency room. And then I left work right after that.
In other news, a poll shows more Nevadans have warmed up to the idea of getting vaccinated against COVID-19 over the past 5 months. The Nevada poll surveyed 500 likely voters across the state by phone and online from February 26th to March 1st. And 73% said they had gotten a vaccine shot or plan to get a shot. That's an increase of 10 percentage points from the 63% who said earlier in October that they plan to get the shot. You can read more on the Nevada poll by visiting lvrj.com/polls. More Las Vegas police officers are calling it a career. The Metro Police Department said retirements increased 37% last year, but Metro and police unions say that the rise isn't linked to the push for police reform in Nevada and across the United States.
I don't think there's any attributing factor to anything related to police work as much as it's a timing issue with the type of year we're having and certain time on for officers. We always come up on a time where a certain class will graduate. If it was a big class when they started and they hit their 25, they'll retire together. So I don't think it's anything related to anything other than guys just finishing up their career.
Victims of a disgraced attorney are still waiting to get their money back, but the attorneys working to recover the money for them are asking for hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees for themselves. In a court filing, the lawyers asked for $316,000 for their work on behalf of victims of Robert Graham, who was sent to prison in 2017 for stealing money from clients. A Review-Journal investigation found that as of last year, none of the victims have been paid back. A bankruptcy judge is scheduled to review the filing on Tuesday. And NASCAR returns to Las Vegas Motor Speedway this weekend, and even though the Speedway will only be 15% full for the races, you can expect traffic to be an issue outside of the track. The Nevada Department of Transportation is urging drivers to avoid northbound Interstate 15 near Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And if you're heading to the races, the Speedway says fans won't be able to access the grounds from Las Vegas Boulevard this year due to COVID-19 protocols. Now let's take a look at our local weather, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. Sunny skies and high temperatures in the middle 70s are in the way for the Las Vegas Valley. According to the National Weather Service, Friday's high will be about 74 degrees, lows in the low 50s. For the weekend temperatures, we will remain in the mid 70s. Also, the work week starting off strong in the low 70s. Your weekend lows will be in the high 40s, low 50s. We'll be right back to 7 at 7. Just smash that subscribe button and drop us a like. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. In your health news, sponsored by 4M Dental, Love Your Smile Again, a Las Vegas manufacturer is donating 10,000 face masks to a nonprofit and 2 local schools. The Review-Journal's Jen Ah has more. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning, Renee. We heard from the governor last week that students can go back to school but need to wear a mask. That's where Pandemic Solutions comes in.
Use this way, and here are the 10,000 masks for your group. So thank you.
Pandemic Solutions seeing the greatest need at CORE, Democracy Prep, and Futuro Academy.
We have been struggling to find N95 masks throughout. We've looked everywhere.
It's really going to allow our programming to return safely with our students.
Pandemic Solutions saying these schools can now focus on educating our inner city youth.
Schools, it was going to free up a lot of their money in their budget. It was going to free up a lot of stuff to be able to help the kids in other areas.
Paper, pencils, textbooks, and so forth. This donation includes medical-grade masks, which are known to be more effective than regular cloth masks. Renee?
In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability, Smith's may soon be expanding its logistics operations in North Las Vegas. The grocery store chain has purchased nearly 100 acres of land in the Apex Industrial Complex. A spokesperson for Smith's says it could build a distribution center on the land, but it hasn't made any final decisions. Earlier this week, Smith's announced plans to open a superstore in Henderson.
Sports, sponsored by Scenic Brewing Company. Good morning, everybody. Leandre Fox here with your sports update. Thursday saw the first Nevada Preps competition since the restrictions on high school sports were lifted, with girls soccer between Faith Lutheran and Bishop Gorman, in a game featuring the two teams that have won the past 3 state championships. Faith Lutheran's Ari Groner scored off an assist from Camille Longobardi about 4 minutes into the second half to help lead the Crusaders to a 1-0 home victory. The GAELS will have an opportunity to split the season series on March 23rd.
With the latest in sports betting, I'm Cassie Soto. The Golden Knights are minus 205 favorites at the Westgate in tonight's game versus the Sharks in San Jose. The Sharks are plus 185 and the total is 6. The Knights are plus 115 on the minus 1.5 puck line. The Knights have won 4 straight, including back-to-back victories at home against the Minnesota Wild, and lead the West Division by a point over St. Louis. Vegas is the minus 105 favorite at Circa Sports to claim the division crown.
In your entertainment news, sponsored by Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Las Vegas's own Louis Anderson is responding to talks that he appeared in the first Coming to America movie because he was white. Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, who star in the new sequel to the film, told Jimmy Kimmel that the studio had pressured them to add a white character to the cast. But Anderson, who also appears in the sequel, is taking the talk in stride. The Emmy-winning actor told columnist John Katzlamides that Murphy and Hall are his friends, and he sees it as, quote, no harm, no foul. In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Get Healthy Clark County, we are pretty sure this is the cutest video you'll see all day. First graders at Robert Taylor Elementary School practiced their reading skills by reading virtually to dogs from the Heaven Can Wait Animal Society. The event was sponsored by the real estate firm GC Garcia as part of the Nevada Reading Week. GC Garcia is also holding a pet supply drive to benefit Heaven Can Wait now through March 15th. Well, that's all for today's 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Samarawa. Remember, the Las Vegas Review-Journal brings you 7 at 7 weekdays at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on LVRJ.com. You can also download our free RJ mobile app to get news alerts sent to your phone, and you can find us on Roku, Alexa, and more. We hope you'll join us again this evening for 7 at 7 p.m. Happy Friday.
Review-Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.